All right, today we're going to tackle one of the biggest, thorniest questions in all of software development. How do you actually know if your team is performing well? We're going to break down DORA and its 4 key metrics, the framework that's pretty much become the gold standard for figuring out what separates the good teams from the truly great ones.
So, let me just start with a question for all the tech leaders out there. How can you be sure your team is actually being effective? Are you shipping valuable stuff quickly and reliably? Or are you just, spinning your wheels, creating a lot of activity that doesn't really move the needle? It's a tough question, but you've got to ask it.
And let's be honest, the reason it's so tough is that measuring this stuff is incredibly hard. It is so easy to just go with a gut feeling, or to look at vanity metrics that make you feel good but don't actually tell you a thing about performance. So how do we get past that?
Well, it turns out there is an answer. It comes from a framework called DORA, which stands for DevOps Research and Assessment. DORA gives us a set of 4 key metrics that just cut right through all that noise. And this isn't some fad, it's a research-backed, industry standard for measuring DevOps performance.
And what makes these 4 metrics so incredibly powerful is that they weren't just pulled out of thin air. Nope, they are literally the result of 6 years of massive, rigorous research. The DORA team identified the very specific things that directly correlate with high-performing teams. And this is where it gets really elegant. The 4 keys aren't just some random list. They create a perfect balance between 2 things that are absolutely critical. Velocity, which is all about your speed, and stability, which is all about quality. You need both. You can't just go fast and break things, and you can't be so stable that you never ship anything. It's all about the balance.
All right, so let's dig into the first half of that equation, speed. These next 2 metrics are all about measuring your team's real velocity and throughput.
First up, we've got deployment frequency, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. How often is your team successfully getting code out the door and into the hands of your users? Are you deploying multiple times a day, once a week, or gulp, once a quarter? This is all about your delivery rhythm.
Now, this quote here highlights a super important point. It's about frequency, not sheer volume. Shoving 10 updates out the door on a Friday afternoon before you leave for the weekend, that doesn't really count. What DORA cares about is a consistent, steady, sustainable pace of delivery on most days.
Okay, our second speed metric is lead time for changes. This one measures the clock, right from the moment a developer hits commit on a piece of code to the second that same code is live, in production, and actually doing something for a customer.
You can really think of this as a health check for your entire development pipeline. It shows you all the friction. Are things getting stuck in code review for days? Is manual testing slowing you down? A long lead time is like a big flashing sign telling you exactly where your bottlenecks are.
Okay, so that's speed. But now we have to talk about the other side of the coin, stability. Because let's face it, being super fast is totally useless if every time you ship something, you break the whole system for your users.
And our first stability metric is the change failure rate. This is a no-nonsense direct measure of your quality. It's simple. What percentage of your deployments cause some kind of problem in production that needs a hot fix, a rollback, or some other emergency intervention?
Yeah, to put it even more simply, this is your reality check. When you push new code out into the world, how often does it blow up? If that number is high, it's a massive signal that something in your testing or release process needs a serious look.
And that brings us to our 4th and final key, time to restore service. This one is so important because it acknowledges a simple truth. Failures are going to happen. It's just a fact of life. So the real question becomes, when they do happen, how fast can you fix it?
This is all about resilience. It's a direct measure of user impact. A low time to restore service tells you that your team has great monitoring, they can jump on incidents quickly, and they can diagnose and solve problems without causing a massive disruption for your customers. It's a huge deal.
So there you have it. 2 keys for speed, 2 for stability. Now let's tie it all together. Why do these 4 metrics matter so much? Because as it turns out, they're not just about measuring activity. They are proven predictors of actual organizational success.
And this is where it all just clicks into place. DORA uses these metrics to put teams into different performance tiers. And wow, the difference is just staggering. I mean, look at this. Elite teams are deploying whenever they want, and they recover from failures in under an hour. Meanwhile, low-performing teams can take over a month to get one change out and more than a week to fix something when it breaks. That's not just a small difference. That is a massive, game-changing competitive advantage. And that is why this is so important.
Tracking and improving these metrics, it's not just some technical exercise for your engineers. It has a direct, tangible, and measurable impact on the success of the entire business.
And look, if you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. The DORA research found that those elite teams, they're not just better at shipping software, they are twice as likely to meet or even exceed their company's overall business goals. That's the bottom line. Better software delivery leads to better business, period.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. If you were to measure your own team against these 4 keys right now, today, which one do you think would tell the most interesting, maybe even the most surprising story? Is it your deployment frequency, your lead time, your failure rate, or your recovery time? Whatever that answer is, that's your starting point. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.